Quick fun fact. Out of the 50 U.S. states, well, 52 if you include D.C. and Puerto Rico, 21 of those states and territories have one NBA team. Now, that geographical breakdown is how we determine the Eastern and Western conferences. Now, subsequently, that's how we also determine the six divisions. And within those divisions, well, you have a lot of drama. We got a lot of news. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of content, bro. All right. So, you're watching your favorite show, Get a Bucket. I'm your host, Trey. So let's tune in and see what NBA division we're going to talk about today. The Indiana Pacers are currently 7th in the East. Now, when you're looking at this squad, right, they did go up against my Lakers in the in-season tournament championship, all right? Now, the thing is, though, I know a lot of players, a lot of people, these fans are saying, hey, they got a shot at going to the finals. Hey, it's possible. You know what I'm saying? Like, the probability is extremely low. So maybe possible is not the word. It's probable. Anything's possible, I guess. I wouldn't put my money on it. Reason why in-season tournament, it's a little bit different than playoffs. Think of in-season tournament like March Madness. You got one shot. Do not miss your chance to blow. Shout out to Eminem. But when I'm looking at the in-season tournament, it's literally a lucky shot. Like, you got one game to beat this one team. And anybody can win one game. Shout out to the Pistons. But the Pacers, they made enough production out of what they were given. I just think they're not set up for success this season. So I'm not expecting to see them going forward to the playoffs. That's why I don't really put much stock in the in-season tournament. It's cool, keeps folks captivated, not really showing or proving me much. So it's a nice little test, nice little theory. Pacers this season, I do expect for them to get to the playoffs. I do expect for them to be like the Kings last season, maybe not as high as seeded. But remember, too, though, the Kings had a little bit more help injury-wise than the Pacers do, because East is actually rather healthy this season. So, again, I think the Pacers, they're about where they should be. Expect them to be like a first-round exit, a tough first-round exit, though. But next season, that's really when you start putting some eyes on them and see exactly what they look like. But Pacers, no disrespect. Shout out to y'all for the in-season tournament. We did beat that tail, but I do expect y'all to be a future team, not a current team. The Detroit Pistons are dead last in the NBA. Like, record-wise, they got one more win than my Panthers do. And my Panthers are like 2 and something. You know what I mean? Like, that's terrible. And there are only like 18 games in the NFL schedule. There's 82 in the NBA. They ain't played all of them yet, but they've at least played over 25. And all they've been able to get is 3 wins. That's terrible. And to keep it honest with you, it really was 2 less than 24 hours ago, at least on this recording, because they just beat the Raptors. And mind you, the Raptors just lost to the Celtics, and it was an emotional loss. So I kind of expected the Pistons to win this game. Mind you, there are some things to point out that are good, right? Like, for example, Cade, he's coming along. I do like Asar Thompson's almost double-double production in limited minutes. And he's not even being utilized properly also. So that's something well to point out too. Killian Hayes, he's been getting a lot of slander. Maybe not the best point guard, right? But his assist to turnover ratio is pretty smooth. So like he's giving me a 3.7 assist to turnover ratio. That means for every 3.7 assists, he gets 1 turnover. I like that. Because pairing them with Cade then and Asar Thompson, that's a good look. You need to be able to cut down on turnovers. You also need to be able to score too. So Killian, I'm looking at you to do that a little bit better on that part. But I do like some of the things that the Pistons are doing. Also, Jalen Duren, when he's playing, hey, the brother can play. He's on my fantasy team. He's been producing pretty well, and I've been impressed on the playmaking part of his game. So for this Pistons team, yeah. Look, 28 games, that's trash, all right? Y'all can never have that again, respectfully. But I think this is also a good lesson learned for this team. They're humbled now. And I think the kids are going to show, hey, it's not really us. It's the coaches. Because I got questions to the coaches. Like, why in the world is Joe Harris not playing many minutes? How come James Wiseman can't get no more tick? Same with Marvin Bagley. There's a lot of question marks I got for the Detroit Pistons. But at least they won a game. And I think they're showcasing that, you know what, their core that I was telling y'all about at the beginning of the season is intact. And they're going to be solid for the future. So Detroit, hope y'all start winning some more games, man. And yeah, like, start helping me out in my parlays, please. The Cleveland Cavaliers are 6th in the Eastern Conference. And I got to be honest, I'm not overly surprised they 6th. Like, I'm trying to figure out where I had them ranked at the beginning of the season, keeping a stack with you. They're not really that well constructed right now. Don't get me wrong, they got good pieces. They just not well constructed right now. I told y'all they ain't got really a title window. Or if they do, it's a little low. It's a little low. But I got to wonder now, because I don't believe in Donovan Mitchell as the star to get you to the championship, to the finals, especially on this team. So I got to look at Darius Garland and Evan Mobley and wonder, what do I have in a duo like this? Like, what's their potential? Because I thought Darius Garland could be one of the best point guards, at least one of the best playmaking point guards, pure point guards in the NBA. Still, I do believe that, but he's slipping a little bit for me. And then Evan Mobley. Hey, I thought, buddy, you might be able to be a solid scorer, versatile forward even, who can rim protect, maybe even like a low-budget 2.0 KD. When I say 2.0, that's not only KD, that's on the low-budget side. But give you that sort of vibe, but maybe a little bit more defense. And I'm not seeing the offensive bag the way I really want to. You can score. It's not really a skilled level type score, if you get me. And I need to see that, especially because you're slender framed. You know, you're not punishing nobody down on the block. So I'm wondering what's that duo looking like potential wise. I think it still has a shot at being a decent, pairing. But what I'm looking at is possibly some third options on a championship team, which ain't bad, by the way. Everybody loves a third option. You just got to do your role. But Darius Garland, I used to think maybe you're a definitive 2 option. Evan Mobley, I thought you had a shot at the first. I'm dropping y'all a little bit. So y'all got to prove me wrong that y'all aren't just third options. Because if y'all keep at this pace, we might have to say, daggone, maybe they 4th options. So again, Cavs, title window. But on the bright side, I don't put as much blame on Donovan Mitchell no more. He's still shaky though. But again, I clarify that also. Just as the star, getting you to the championship. Good player. But supporting cast, it could be a little troublesome. Could be a little woey. So let's see what happens this year. Hopefully they're healthier too. But we'll see what happens with the Cavs. The Chicago Bulls are 10th in the Eastern Conference. Wow. I thought they needed to blow it up early on. Ain't that crazy? But the Chicago Bulls might actually get Lonzo Ball back. And you might be wondering why I'm so happy right now. That's because my team drafted him. And I've really been sad that he's been missing so much time. Messed up his knee. I'm really hoping my boy comes back. But I was wondering, you know what? Bulls fans, should you wonder if it's Lonzo Ball versus Kobe White when he returns? Because we know Zach LaVine might be gone by the time Lonzo comes back, right? But there could be a world, right? There could be a world where Lonzo Ball and Kobe White both are starting and actually, wait for it, getting a bucket for the Chicago Bulls. I remember Kobe White when he was at UNC, boo, right? Because I'm a Duke fan. But Kobe was actually hooping. Now, he did some stupid stuff from here and there, but he was a freshman at the time. Freshmen do stupid stuff. So, when I'm looking at now, Kobe White, well, he seems to be maturing as a basketball player. Lonzo Ball, well, hey, we know what Lonzo do. Defense, playmaking, and get this, 3-point shooting. I think that can actually coexist. I think those two players can coexist on the Bulls team. So when I'm looking at Chicago Bulls, initially I was saying maybe y'all should consider rebuilding. I might be scaling that back a little bit because it all depended on Lonzo anyways. Like this team Remember when it was Lonzo, Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, Nikola Vucevic, and Patrick Williams as your starting five? That could go down as one of the biggest what-if teams. Because remember, when that team was healthy, them boys were getting the bucket and then some. So I think going forward, Kobe White and Lonzo Ball, that could be a backcourt that could look decent. And we might be able to see something shake. Both of them 6'5 plus. That could work out. So Bulls fans, if everything comes out, if Lonzo comes back healthy especially, could be something to work with. You might not be, I might have been too bullish on y'all earlier. The Milwaukee Bucks are currently second in the East and third in the NBA. But my question is, well, have they done enough to keep Giannis home? Have they done enough to make sure that Giannis wants to stay long term? You might be saying, Trey, they've already signed a man for 3 seasons. I hear you. Follow me though. Dame's there for 2 seasons. So 2 more seasons. So if they don't win this season or next season, is Giannis really going to want to stay with the Milwaukee Bucks? Because that means everybody on the roster point in time is going to be 2 years older. That means everybody's production is going to slip and regress. Think about it. The perimeter defense is not what it used to be. They got rid of Drew Holiday. They got rid of Grayson Allen. Both, mind you, have been balling. Now they got to rely on Damian Lillard, who's never really been known as a defender on the perimeter end. And mind you, yeah, he bring in 25 points a game, but they need somebody locked down on the defensive end. Wesley Matthews, you cool. You got some quality players out there to possibly help out, but I don't know if it's going to be enough defensively on the perimeter play. So I think that's one area that we might say Giannis might look at the Bucks and want to skedaddle. That might help Giannis want to skedaddle. Because again, I think that's the part that the Bucks are going to struggle with this season, especially come postseason time. But hey, we'll see if they've done enough thus far. Because right now, I still feel like they're trying to figure it out. And again, I said they are the 2 seed in the East and 3 in the NBA. That ain't bad. So I can't be too mad at them. They got a shot at winning this season and potentially next if everyone's healthy. But I still gotta wonder. I'm still wondering, is it enough for Giannis to stay long term? Will he be a lifer with the Bucks? It's looking a little shaky.
Sports is one of the few things that genuinely connects us together. Whether with coworkers, friends, family, we all love the entertainment. Well, here on Get a Bucket, my goal is to talk about sports and its cultural impact. The WNBA, for example. The WNBA is loads of entertainment, from the new rookies battling, displaying their skill sets, and preparing to take the league by storm, to the Titans and the MVPs of the league clashing for battles we'll always remember. From imagining the soon-to-be possibilities to admiring and treasuring the finales. Get a Bucket is a platform where other sports analysts, hoopers, coaches, and fans of the show come and talk about the WNBA, both negatives and positives. So if you haven't, take a quick peek. At the very least, you'll have a good time. Remember, sports is one of the few things that genuinely connects us together. So please, tune in and stay connected.
Didn't I tell you there was drama? Didn't I tell you there was news? Didn't I tell your ass you were going to like it? Like, bro, there's so much to talk about within the divisions. Like, it's crazy. But don't worry, though. We will definitely have more to talk about. There's so much more to talk about. So don't be upset. But look, please continue to support the page. You know, like, subscribe, comment, tell anyone about the show. My name is Trey. I'm the host of your favorite show's favorite show, Get a Bucket. Hope you all have a good one. Take care.
Oh, I did not know you guys were still here. As you can see, we're at the back end of the show. No pun intended, but look, hope you all enjoyed it. And before you go, please subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow the IG account, share the content to anybody who's anybody. And most importantly, leave your thoughts and comments below. But I got to go back and play Buddy in 2K, so let me unmute him real quick. Excuse me. Hey, boss, I'm back. Nah, you better catch this word. You know we get buckets around here, too.